slight tension between the freedom of the performer as they go around the space, sensitively listening to other performers and creating a kind of choreography, and the designer or director of the encounter scenario, where they say, we want to see this happening here, and we need something for this room, and we need the visitors to arrive here. So they've been working on a number of scenes that they want to see happen.
The idea is that we start, or the audience camera starts on the far side of the arch. You have one solitary person in this arch just beckoning. And as so you have a moment of that, and then slowly the audience starts to move towards.
She's not beckoning into the audience.
No,
there,
no,
so
just
she's
beckoning,
somebody else
beckoning,
off screen.
But it entices the audience in.
And a convention that we use in working in the theatre at least would be to say eyes shut, eyes open.
Eyes shut. You can get closer to something.
It's like dim. I like that.
Eyes shut.
I could do with moving, I think.
You prefer to move. You can leave your washing line and sort of whiz across and think, oh my goodness.
Probably could have how far away you are.
You could have the two spaces.
Or we could be over there.
The shady bit in the other courtyard or over there. And then part of the gossip to your back.
Can you use your role as visitor observers to break up all the chit-chat now? Because I think it's gone on for too long.
I've come a long way to see this.
I bet you have.
I flew in from America.
Have you come from America to say?
Yes,
Lovely.
and I've
When
been
did you
told
get
this.
here?
That's beside the point when I got here. I got to this building this morning.
Yes,
And
yes.
I'm waiting to see this action. 'Cause I
So
was
Carol,
told
hand
coming
over
up.
to the actors. So you take a back seat now, Carol.
I'm the senior laundry maid here.
What does that entail?
My name's Prudence,
Hello, Prudence.
and I have two laundry maids working with me, Sarah and Marjorie.
Very good.
Now, one of them has gone, Sarah's gone to get the washing,
Yes.
and Marjorie's gone.
We're just about to start.
I need to get off soon.
Prudence is the housemaid.
Right.
The senior housemaid, she says.
Which one's Prudence? That one.
Up here, yeah. And Sarah and somebody else, I missed her name.
Right. So what are they doing?
Been getting water and they're washing. They've got no water on top here. It is a 19th century building, apparently. I should have expected.
Yeah, a lady's maid, you see.
Yeah. I went to Moseley Old Court and they were telling us that they use urine to
That's right.
yeah.
Was that a volunteer for that? Or? What we've been watching and observing is that we're not getting much sense of hierarchy.
Zoe to arrive, otherwise we're only giving it to one person,
Of course,
two people out
sure.
of three.
Good
There she
thinking, Annie.
comes.
Good stuff.
Oh, darling, we're not getting the feeling of hierarchy. That's what we noticed.
Right.
You know, at the moment, you're all equal and you're all having quite a bit of a fun time. But we'd like to get the hierarchy a bit more on the character. I mean, how's your hierarchy? Are you a happy, jolly sort, or are you a miserable devil?
Neither.
Neither. Okay.
The way we worked it was that one was fetching the water, the other was bringing the laundry, and that they were the two maids who were doing the actual washing, whereas I wasn't. I was telling them what to be doing, but whereas they were gossiping about things. What went wrong was me holding up the theme. Because I was supposed to come in, wasn't I? You were speculating about who her ladyship was having a fling.
Yeah, and that was
And I
partly
was
that was
coming
timing
in
because
with.
I was fetching more water.
Well, actually, I know.
I see. You weren't going to tell them to get on with it, never mind the gossip. You were actually enjoying it.
Well, we were using the gossip to draw the
Okay.
visitors in. That didn't work.
Did at the end, didn't it?
It did in the end,
It
but
won't initially.
initially, because they were aggressive,
Okay. I think you need to maybe
it wasn't the right thing to be doing.
Remember from last week that, you know, when we were doing potato peeling, that second session of potato peeling,
Yeah.
when it was done in silence,
That's
that was really powerful.
Yes, it was, wasn't
And
it?
it's
That
good
was
to
what I was thinking.
walk. So, I
because
don't
at the
know,
minute
maybe
it feels like there's a reluctance to get really engaged with it because of maybe where we are, or the fact that there are normal visitors around.
Yes,
So maybe if you did it in silence instead and use the silence, but only brought in the talking when you've got the gossip, that's actually going to possibly be a bit more powerful. So just for the two of you that weren't there last week, that whole section we did it first with talking and then second with silence, and actually the more powerful theme was the one with silence. It was a lot more powerful because you became more creative about how you were telling people to do things.
I can see you're some kind of a maid because you've got aprons on, that's the clue.
Yeah.
But I didn't really know when I just came in on it who was who, you know, and who was...
Yeah, it was too confused, wasn't it?
If I'd known you were the head one, and maybe so you do need to be a bit bossier, a bit shoutier. And I actually asked you who you were, didn't I? So that
we had to
clicked.
talk about
I could work out who you were and why you weren't quite the same as Zoe was.
And what were you just observing, Rose?
Well, I noticed that because I came first and she told me who she was, you see. So I was fine with that. And she told me who the two girls are and what they were doing. And then it suddenly stopped because suddenly there was a bucket of water and then they started action and nothing was said. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, good point.
There was no interaction between the three of you.
Yeah.
That's what was needed.
It's all about when we were peeling the potatoes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just come on, back here, washing.
Okay.
Oh, and what are you, Mo? I can see it on your face. What's the problem?
Dad, it's really heavy.
Because you can engage people enough to actually bring them with you.
Yeah.
That's what you'd have to consider. It's fine, this change.
Well, I think because you could say, help me carry, or
Yeah. How do you feel about that, Annie? Would that sort of be your interaction?
Getting them to carry it.
Okay.
Yeah, try again. But do it in a more kind of... Use the skills from this morning where you kind of have to sidle up beside somebody. You're nearly there.
I'll get the one in the black t-shirt.
Yeah, that's it. Annie, if you coach her, that's good.
Oh, we are.
Is anybody here any good at hanging washing on the line? Because
See some tall people.
these two are useless. We need a tall person. Would you like to come through and help us?
This is yeah, anyone else give us a hand? Do you mind if maybe a little maid? Thanks very much. Don't get fed very well.
We have a horse in here, a horse in here, one in here, hey, neighing, lots going on in this sleigh. It's so exciting, Hannah.
Suggesting this fakery. Whereas if you just take a moment, ladies and gentlemen, just all close your eyes for a second and feel the atmosphere, feel the history echoing through those walls, and then open them and see how the house is falling down in decline. The sadness that story tells in itself is so vital.
It'd be great to say when people here, get some volunteers in, they could take them out.
That's cruel.
I've got a stable lad.
It's always been a stable. Why would you call it a stable?
Well, it's what you're going to do with the horses during the day.
It's a fair point. Well, we can take them out for a walk. There's lovely coach over there.
Trust me, you can't take horses out for a walk like a dog.
But if you're doing that, they're not in here.
We should have one in here at all times.
What about health and safety? Maybe there's some other children going into those.
These are the children. Or big they'll be feeding their
The
eyes.
children would love it.
And then if you stand over this side, you can see it in decline. And that looks so much better. And as beautiful as it is, this is 20th century cobwebs, ladies and gentlemen. We must preserve that.
It needs to go paint, surely.
I agree.
No, it's the story that it's telling the poor family that just couldn't afford to keep it running anymore. I mean, it's so sad.
You know what would be great is if you had a background tape with sort of like ghostly noises of horses.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I like
Just to remind you of the past while looking at
That's
the
a good
present.
idea.
That I might be able to go with that. Yes, thank you. That's a good idea. Has anyone else got any good ideas?
Sorry, don't you want the spot
Any thoughts at all?
Holograms of horses.
Holograms. I'm not quite sure how I feel about computers. Right, anything else, ladies and gentlemen?
No, that's
Smells.
Smells,
Yes. That would be really evocative, wouldn't it?
Are you writing all this down?
And hey, we need to get on to the next room now. So thank you everybody for your opinions.
Sorry
There's,
for disturbing.
a lovely tea room round the corner.
Anyone suggest it should become a tea room? If you do.